when the 10th attempt failed, when the system chimed in my head, coldly declaring that I had not only failed to redeem the heroine but had driven her to absolute loathing, something inside me finally snapped. I didn't just break. I went full-blown manic. We were at the engagement gala, a high society merger between two dynasties. Noah, Margot's foster brother, the boy she protected with a ferocity that bordered on the divine, had just pulled his latest stunt. He claimed I'd taken the sentimental heirloom he'd bought for his future brother-in-law and tossed it into the deep end of the estate's decorative koi pond. Standing there, flanked by my parents' disappointed glares and Margot's murderous icy stare, I suddenly realized how exhausted I was. Living felt like a chore I no longer wanted to perform. So, without a word, I turned and threw myself into the dark, frigid water of the pond. Splash! I let the weight of my tuxedo pull me straight to the bottom. My parents went into a frantic tailspin. They had the security detail haul me out. My father's face ashen, my mother looking like she was seconds away from a heart attack. I stood there, dripping, shivering, as Noah huddled against Margot's side, playing the wounded bird. Margot didn't even look at me with concern. She just rubbed Noah's back, her eyes boring into mine like twin daggers. "Bennett, I'm warning you," she hissed. "If you ever try a pathetic stunt like this to scare Noah again, the engagement is off. You'll never set foot in the Sinclair estate again." I wiped the pond water from my eyes and started walking not toward the house, but toward the heavy traffic of the main road outside the gates. "Message received, Margot," I called back over my shoulder. "Why go through the hassle of a breakup when a funeral is so much cleaner? I'm going to go find a semi-truck to play chicken with." Margot's composure shattered. She looked at me like I was a lunatic before sprinting after me, grabbing my arm just as I reached the curb of the bustling highway. A freight truck roared past, the wind nearly knocking us over. That night, in the hospital, Noah was at it again. He was standing on the edge of the second-floor terrace, sobbing for the benefit of the nurses. "It's all my fault. I shouldn't be here. I'm just the foster brother. I'll leave Margot to Bennett. I'll just end it now." I watched him. He wasn't even close to the edge. His toes were firmly planted on the concrete. I sighed, walked up behind him, and shoved him aside. "You're taking too long," I muttered. "Watch a pro do it." Before anyone could scream, I vaulted over the railing and plummeted toward the pavement. The whistling of the wind was the last thing I heard before the lights went out. When I drifted back into consciousness, the first thing I heard was Noah's whimpering, high-pitched voice. "Margot, I swear, I didn't say anything. Bennett he just jumped. I don't know what happened to him." I opened my eyes to see Margot standing over my bed, shielding Noah like a mother hen. My parents had arrived, looking haggard. "Arthur, Diane," Margot said, her voice hard as flint. "This is clearly another one of Bennett's performances. He's obsessed with the idea that I care more about Noah than him. He's trying to frame a traumatized boy just to force me to send Noah away." She turned her gaze toward me, her eyes flashing with a cruel kind of brilliance. "If he actually wanted to die, why jump from the second floor? He knew there was a terrace below. He calculated the fall so he'd survive. He's manipulative, and he's dangerous." She saw the flicker of doubt in my parents' eyes. Then, she noticed I was awake. She didn't offer a hand or a kind word. Instead, she grabbed my arm and dragged me off the bed toward the large hospital window. "Look, Bennett," she snarled, pressing my face toward the glass. "We're on the 30th floor now."